This is April, and I've been requested from a few people to do a shop tour, so here's the quick video for you. Well, actually, I don't know how quick it's going to be because it's pretty rare that I get to show off my shop to people who appreciate it, so if you don't mind, I think I'm going to take my time with this video. Just to kind of give you an idea though, my shop, like anybody else's, is a work in progress. I've only been actively improving it for a few months now, and so I still have tons of plans to get to, so keep that in mind as you're looking at things. For the structure itself, this is actually a 1,600 square foot barn in my backyard, and it's divided into 2 stories, and the top actually has 2 rooms, which I guess could be bedrooms. And then this bottom story is the shop, and then this is actually a full functioning bathroom. I have a toilet, a sink, and even a shower, and then of course a second door that leads outside. Don't use the shower, but having a restroom right here sure is convenient. And then this area right here is the entry, and as you can see, it's just kind of storage space for all of my big scraps and future projects, bag toss set. Here I store my 4x8 sheets of plywood and other scraps. But the way that I've been kind of handling my shop is I take one corner or area and root around through it, figuring out what I want to keep and what I want to toss, and then figuring out how to functionalize it. So this area and the area behind you has yet to be touched, but I'll get to it soon. Got a ladder hanger I've built. They were just kind of taking up some wall space, so put this little rack together. It's a rolling bar down there and then a hook right up here. These cabinets, I'm not a fan of cabinets, if you haven't heard me state that before. I don't like how everything back behind the very front just gets pushed and forgotten about, and then you don't know what you have and what you don't have, and I don't like wasted space or clutter. And so more than likely I'll tear these out, and if I put new ones up, they'll just be really shallow, but it's yet to be determined. Like I said, just storage area right here as of right now. I have a bunch of lights, as since you're in the entryway, you can see how many lights I have. It's pretty fortunate. Whenever I first came in here, about 17 of them were flickering or completely out, so I had to rewire in new ballasts and put in new light bulbs. But it's pretty well lit. Got my lumber rack. This is one of the first projects that I ever did that was like just a major one, which right now there's so much wood on it, and a mess. But yeah, I made this, and I have a video of me holding the camera and then shoving it with my foot and just giggling because I was so proud of it. It was one of the, like I said, it was big projects. Has the flat storage in the back for my flat goods, and then just random scraps here. I'm slowly decorating it with stickers that I think are awesome. Got my Yeti, Benchmade, Carhartt, Foos. Still waiting on a Tanner Faust sticker, but haven't been able to find one yet. Got some simple little lumber shelves that I built. It was actually just a really temporary fix, one 30 minutes that I took to put up there, but ended up turning out and working just fine, so I've left them. Right here I have my French cleat system that I recently built for my power tools. It's been working out great. I've painted it since my video that I've posted. Have my Harman Kardon head unit. Gotta have that thing. I still need to build a dust proofing system around it to keep the dust off of it. A wireless receiver right here. If you don't have one of those guys, it's very handy. It costs you $30-35 bucks, but it allows me to play music from my phone as long as my phone's in the area. Of course, I got Harvey. It's just a simple little mascot is what I call him. Put a little thought bubble so people can come and write in. It's just something sort of fun. Of course, my pegboard. Got my shop colors, my W for my last name, Wilkerson. Really, my pegboard is what started my shop colors. It was the first time that I just thought the pegboard was hideous, but it's so functional I had to keep it. So I decided to throw some paint on it and been happy with it ever since. Workbench, mess right now, but I'll get to it. Recently built this guy, my drill press stand, and I have stored my small air compressor down there. Speakers, I have one there and one over there. I recently painted it and put a simple shelf together. French cleat system for my hand tools. It's a really handy system. This right here is just something that I need to figure out what I'm going to do with. It's a bunch of scraps that I don't want to throw away yet, and just a future project. This back wall, or actually all of my walls, are made out of OSB, and it's very convenient having it made out of OSB, because I can literally just put in screws anywhere and not worry about if I move whatever I'm putting up there later, I'll have a hole, it just blends right in. This right here, I did not do this. That was here whenever I got here. But on the other side of this wall is actually kind of like a little housing structure that stores a 60-gallon air compressor. So it's really handy having the air compressor outside of the shop, because whenever it kicks on, it's not flooding my shop with noise. And then of course I have an air line that comes in here above my radio, and then another air line that comes in over there. So I have several places where I can utilize my pneumatic tools, which is handy. What else? The studs, I have the layouts on 16s, so that's really convenient. So whenever I'm trying to hang things, I'm not limited on where I'm able to do it at. And actually, all right here used to be cabinets, and I just recently took them down because I'm not a fan of cabinets. But I don't know what I'm going to do up here yet. I'm thinking that I'm going to be putting in a lumber rack, because as you can see, my scraps are just kind of getting out of hand and laying around, which I don't like. You know, I think it's time to talk about this, if that's okay. This is my grandfather's shop room, and you probably can't tell in the video, but the head's all coming off. It's held together with duct tape, and I call it a Pops pusher. Anyways, one of my favorite things in my shop that I'm never getting rid of. Table saw. I have a Craftsman table saw that I purchased pretty much immediately whenever I started getting into woodworking. And I'm probably going to be upgrading this pretty soon, because I feel like I'm kind of peeking out on what it's able to offer me. But it's been a great beginner table saw. Sawhorses, still need to figure out how I'm going to be making the doohaw up there to hold them. Miter saw cart I built. If you have not seen the video, the wings fold up on both sides. It's on casters, so I can roll it around. It's been a wonder having this around. Of course, all my scrap box fills up rather quickly. I have another lumber rack up there. I have this tool cabinet that I built. It's on casters. And before anybody calls me on it, I know I say I hate cabinets, but if you notice on this, I have made this really shallow, so that even though I'm storing things, you cannot push things in the back and then get lost and forgotten about. And then same thing with my pegboard. It's very shallow to where I can use the side to hold like some simple hardware, but then I can use the back and the side to hold my clamps and other large items. This right here, little simple hardware holder that I built from scraps, something simple to throw together. Bandsaw, unfortunately, doesn't work, so I've never been able to use a bandsaw yet, but something that I'm looking forward to getting in the future. Paint cabinet, I have so much paint, I'm addicted, and so anytime that I pick up paint, it was just getting way out of hand. So I built this. I think it holds something like 174 containers all together. Got my keys and my paintbrushes along the side. I put it on casters. This little guy, store my paint once again so that I can easily see what colors I have. Put that little guy up there, just something simple. And then this thing, I'm pretty proud of. I still need to finish painting it, as you can see. That's my fold-down workbench that I put together. It's rather simple. Most of the time it is down, but simply put it back up, and that way I can have this space. I love space. I do not have a mobile workbench. Everybody keeps sending me emails suggesting that I build one, because in my photos you'll probably see that typically I just have 2 sawhorses, and then what I do is I grab one of these just scrap boards and throw it on top of my sawhorses, and I use that as my main workbench while doing a big project. But what I like about that is that I'm able to collapse my sawhorses, throw them in the corner, and then throw the scrap to the side as well, and then just have all of this space free. So, and I know that my shop's going to grow more. You know, I'm going to have eventually a joiner, a planer, a sander, you know, all of these larger tools. So, right here, I don't know if you saw, but I have my 8-foot ladder, again on the same system as my 6-foot over there. I have a staircase here that can lead up to the top bedrooms, but never utilize it because I have everything I need here. Got my little stool I mainly sit at. This is really cool. I got my own little porcelain sink. There is a water heater, but I don't use it. But this is really handy because of rinsing out paint brushes or my paint sprayer. And then I guess I skipped over this. But this cabinet or closet right here is houses all the pool equipment. We have a pool, and so all the pumps and filters. And I guess that's it. You know, another cabinet. It's going to get torn down eventually once I get this space taken care of. And, man, wish I had more to show you. And like I said, it's exciting showing off my shop. Now, looking around my shop, one thing that I do want to point out is if you don't have a shop, or maybe if you do have a shop, you're probably thinking that I have quite a bit of stuff for a little girl, but really, a lot of the stuff that I have in here, I've actually picked up either free or secondhand because right now I don't have a lot of money to spend on such an expensive, or what can be an expensive hobby. And so like these rugs that I'm standing on, these are comfort rugs, so my feet don't hurt so much at the end of the day. Got these for free. The local auto parts store was throwing them out, and so I asked if I could have them. The speakers, I had 2 Fisher speakers free. Somebody was throwing them out. That workbench right there on somebody's curb. That stool right here, this thing was actually beat. The seat was completely busted. It was filthy, and so I just made a new seat out of scrap. Spent like $7 on some new leather and wrapped it up like a present and called it good. So I guess to summarize that, just know that if you are interested in woodworking, you don't have to have deep pockets. You just you have to be resourceful and always be keeping your eyes open. So just keep that in mind if this is something that you're looking forward to. And I guess that's it. I guess I'll give an update because I'm always improving something and trying to make something more functional. So I guess I'll, whenever it has a dramatic change, I'll give you another update. But I've enjoyed it, so thanks for listening.